Should I post to Twitter? The answer is I should, but do I want to? I don't know. I was gonna do Kirby Dream Land 2 because thinking, oh hey, kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I streamed Dreamland yesterday or last week, and then they shall just drop Dreamland 2 onto Switch Online. Plus, I've been always meaning to try out the entire Kirby Dream Land series. So I thought it would be a good time to do a first through, but then just like, I don't know what it was about today. I got home from the community day walk with plenty of time to spare, but then going into, it just felt like I wasn't, by the time I got around to actually doing anything today, it ended up being well over stream time anyway, so yeah. Welcome, Clara. So the big question is, do I want to post it on the Bird site? And I guess I will. I'll try not to get distracted by there actually being new Golden Sun posts immediately when I see. We'll go with that instead. Everything else is good here. I can see both chats now. Guess I'll just hop right in. I mean, maybe I'll do it next. I gotta figure out what I want to do with streaming in general, because for some reason. Oh! Glad to hear, Clara. Thanks. Before I get too into things, am I all set with... Yeah, I think I kind of figured out what was up with my nerves from last week. Maybe it's just my imagination, but it feels like the channel's been a lot more popular in general, or at least been a lot more active. Like, a lot of new people stumbled into the stream last week, and maybe it was just because I actually played something that wasn't Pokemon or Golden Sun or Paper Mario for once. But that kind of left an impact on me. By the way, love the fact that you've been loving Dawn and Jin. It is a special project to the heart, so it's always good to hear from people who are enjoying it so far. If you got any fun stories that you've ran into while playing it, I'd be happy to read them. I'm trying to think of a more specific question I could ask, but like, how you been feeling about some of the newer elements of Dawn Jin, I guess, would be a good start. I guess it's also worth knowing whenever I'm streaming on a console like this, there's inevitably going to be delay, even when I have it on the lowest latency, because capture card is not in sync with the mic, so I have to intentionally delay my mic in order to be in sync with the gameplay. I think it's the lesser of two evils. But yeah, for anyone just joining in, I don't really got a set plan. It's just gonna be me checking out any mass outbreaks that come up and going after things from there. It became really resource management game, your mod. I got the feeling that chat is... Here we go. YouTube chat was getting a little cut off because I wasn't giving enough space. It really became a resource management game in your mod. It's kind of funny, like I guess that just happens naturally with RPGs when you make them a lot harder, and super easy to bounce back from a near TPK if you're smart. I'm gonna assume that's similar to a party wipe. I'm not too familiar with that abbreviation, but I think I can put the pieces together. I don't need it, but I'll just top up my sticky globs, especially with massive mass outbreaks. They kind of are the easiest thing to bounce back from. I'm glad you're appreciating the revivals thing, if that's what you're talking about, because, like, total party kill is a tabletop RPG term. Good to know. Yeah, that's kind of why it's a lot more generous with reviving that in general. Especially, like, it felt... something with... Maybe it's just me, but with Golden Sun early on, at least in vanilla, it felt like there's a lot of room for forgive. It seemed like the game made you wait way too long to get revival spells. And considering, like, minus, like, there are the few water lives, they slowly scatter, but you don't get your first revival spell / Djinn until, like, Mongol Forest. And especially if I was going to make the game more difficult, I felt it was only fair to make it easier to jump back from a revival, especially because, like, even outside of battle, the only way you could revive is wasting your items or going all the way to Seikam to revive. Maybe just because I'm more familiar with newer RPGs, but that didn't really feel too forgiving in my book. Alright. And I didn't see any massive mass outbreaks. Oh yeah, I'm trying to, like, slowly work some of these research tasks too, so I can hypothetically get some of these shinies easier, even though it just feels like I'm always getting the shinies of Pokemon I don't have anything. I wonder is that... Got it. Yeah. Now keep that in mind when I'm messing around with future projects. Like, I'll admit I did get kind of carried away with the gyms because the whole namesake of the mod is Dawn of Djinn, so I want to make them feel prominent, but I can agree that if you can just summon rush, if summon rushing still is the most optimum strategy, then makes more powerful Djinns only emphasizes the problem. What was I thinking? Yeah, a lot of the names think of... My bad. I definitely feel like I have lost my train of thought there. Kind of part of the reason why I wanted to do something a little more chill tonight. And yeah, Chasm is kind of OP. I'm not sure how far you are in it, so I don't want to spoil too much. But I was a little conflicted of how they handled the barrier Djinns, because with one thing I wanted to make with Dawn Djinn over the vanilla game was I wanted to make Chasm and I wanted how there's normally two barrier Djinns in Dawn Djinn, but they kind of, or I mean in Vanilla Golden Sun, but they kind of felt the same, or more so like Flash would, you start with the weaker one and then you get Flash, then it immediately becomes overpowered or like becomes obsolete by the stronger one. And I wanted to try to alleviate that with Dawn of Djinn, and part of that, don't mind me, I kind of want to put the motion sensitive thing back in. There we go. I had it off for treadmill walking and kind of shows. As I was saying though, like, I wanted to differentiate the two different gens that put up a barrier, and as a result, I ended up giving the stronger one earlier on because, slight spoilers, the weaker one has a secondary effect that I kind of feel like might be even more powerful. So I got pushed a bit later on in the game. I feel like it would be better if either gens or synergies were focused on buff and healing, while the others focus on debuff and damage. I'm gonna know. No. Of course you see. I think I'm kind of close to actually getting this maxed out anyways. I think I just need to do more agile moves in general. I guess I can check the Pokedex after this. Yeah, I think it's like the main things I try to prioritize as a goal when playing this game is the main thing I try to prioritize as a goal when playing this game is trying to get certain shinies and trying to fill up my research to make it easier. And one of my goals is to try to get Hisuian exclusive shinies, so prioritizing things like filling out the research for Stantler because it evolves in Waydeer, or Cilio because it evolves into the special Hisuian form. Stuff like that is there. You know, like if you want to save gens for damage and use synergies for debuffs, you know, there's a lot of utility synergies, but none of it is very useful. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah, it does give me a lot to think about. And I've seen kind of mixed things about Side Pass. Like, I have thought Side Pass was personal favorite for me, and not other people would get too much use out of it, but I have chatted with a couple other people on, like, Discord and that, and they've gotten a bit of appreciation out of Side Pass. But I could definitely see how a lot of people wouldn't think of it as a useful skill. Yeah, success rates on the buffs and that's especially tricky because I'll be honest, I made Donjin in an editor. But even if I could code it, I don't know if there's really a way to code success rate, change the success rate of those sort of things. It's kind of just out there. Kind of like it's all. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's already kind of weird how it works in the buffs work in Vanilla Golden Sun, making it pretty hard for me to follow exactly what makes the buffs more successful or not. Because I definitely agree. I definitely would like those sorts of things to be more consistent. I just don't know if I know how. And hey Barry, welcome. Yeah. That's the editor that I've been using. I've heard neat things about GS Magic, but that's more so for Golden Sun 2. And even then, I've looked at it a couple times and haven't exactly followed it. So right now, I'm just sticking with what I'm comfortable with. It's not like Paper Mario or something, for example, where you can adjust the percentage of how stats conditions work. Golden Sun's real weird. Like, a lot of it's based on a combination of luck stats and some hidden variables. to determine which status conditions work and don't, kind of makes it hard to follow. Yeah. I definitely feel that sentiment, Clara. But I think just the fact that the editors are made for the Lost Age, and it's just a miracle if they work with Golden Sun 1, it's probably one of the bigger factors of why there's so many more Lost Age mods over Golden Sun 1. Yeah. It's been... I've not only told the story before, but it's been a bit. It's actually kind of just a happy accident that Dawn didn't happen in the first place, because I was originally working on messing around with Golden Sun 2 as well, because that's what the editor was made for, but I got overwhelmed by the class system, so I decided to take a break and just mess around with Golden Sun 1. And initially I was just gonna move numbers around in that, but then like the modding community taught me of, hey, if you use this other tool, you can actually make the text changes stick. So instead of just making a hard mod, it just kind of took the that just made the numbers bigger. Kind of evolved into Dawn and Jin all together. Probably didn't even mean to pull out this one, but it is. Yeah, artist editor is called the Lost Age editor. Yeah, the modding community in Golden Sun is just there in general. Yeah. I've been meaning to look more into the randomizer because, like, I haven't really felt the need to, because way back when the forums were consistently working, I downloaded the randomizers for Golden Sun 1 and 2. And in the process, so I haven't really... I knew there was someone that was talking about pretty much I don't know if adopting or rescuing would be the better term, but taking the Golden Sun randomizer code and just breathe new life into it. And I assume that's what the website that I stumbled into was about, because over like the past couple months, I did notice that there was a Golden Sun randomizer site. I think it's for Lost Age though, and I haven't had a chance to look into if it was something that also existed for Golden Sun 1. I'm assuming by what you're talking about though that it's not just my imagination and it doesn't exist out there. Out there as in like on the same web page or whatever that the Lost Age randomizer is on. How many more do you... This is gonna be just a more chill catching and not just battling every single thing I see, but they seem to be spotting me as soon as they spawn in, and so it's kind of a little awkward and that. I wonder if I like will catch you and see if your friends notice me immediately afterwards. But yeah, I definitely would like to see more done with the randomizer for all Golden Sun games. But I think like a big part is just that the modding community is kind of small. And because like all the big editors are based around the second game. How am I almost dying already? It feels like I haven't taken any damage until that point. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, wake up, wake up, wake up, friends, wake up. Well, This is a good omen. Fun. Well, I guess let's start with dropping off everything that I didn't lose and try again. As I was saying though, maybe it'd be... It's like I hate to like take things out of context, but I like to... It reminds me of an example, and I'm kind of a little hesitant to bring it up because I'm not sure if I remember all the details. But it seemed like there wasn't really a lot. Like, I kind of had some interest in seeing more done with Dark Dawn, but because the majority of mechanics are... Dark Dawn didn't bring as many anything over from Lost Age, or at least the majority of the features just already exist in Lost Age. I don't know if there's really too much interest in actually doing Dark Dawn modding in the community, just because basically everything that you could do specifically for Dark Dawn could just be replicated in Lost Age. That's the general summary of it. You know, the general summary is just that I feel like I'm not gonna laugh. I feel like I'm just being a broken record at this point though. It's kind of a shame because it feels like kind of a case where I feel like Dark Dawn's kind of like the game that would benefit the most from mine, just because like it's already okay to bad depending on who you ask, and feel like you don't really have to change the game too drastically though to alleviate some of those issues. What else? Yeah, I've kind of just been feeling a little bit tired today, hence part of the reason why we're doing this over something like the first fruit of Kirby Dream Land 2 that I wanted to try. And the tiredness is showing a little. Yeah, now you really got me curious to look more into what randomizers for Golden Sun are out there, because I didn't look too closely at the Lost Age randomizer, or at least a new one, and I'm kind of curious where, excuse me, the Broken Seal one is just out there somewhere. Yeah. I mean, there's probably like some excuses of why I'm feeling a little tired today. I didn't see it be an issue though. Like, it's community day in Pokemon Go, which those of you who haven't kept up with Pokemon Go in a while, like every month, Pokemon Go features a Pokemon. No, I swear I can pick this up. Why? It's not like I ever used those anyways, though, so it's fine. Okay, I got distracted. Like in Pokemon Go, they feature a Pokemon and increases shiny odds, and usually they throw a few other bonuses as well. It's made with the intention of like bringing local communities together to play the game in one place, but it's kind of just, for me personally, just became a glorified excuse to go walk for the most part. And at first, when I saw that it was Slowpoke Community Day, I was kind of gonna be like, I think I'll pass. But then I read the announcement more closely and noticed that they were talking about Slowpoke and the Galarian 4. cool, now everything wants me dead. As I was saying though, when I noticed that the Galarian Slowpoke was in there too, and it was the first time that the shiny form of Galarian Slowpoke was being released, I'll admit that got me a bit more interested. I just hate the fact that nowadays the community days are in the afternoon rather than the morning. So like I can go because the way I like to organize my days, I like to if I'm gonna go out anywhere, I like to do as much as I can early on in the day. Pretty much like get up, have breakfast and that, and then just head out, get everything taken care of, so I can just work on everything from home and chill for the rest of the day. And the 11 o'clock time frame for community day was pretty good for that, because I like, maybe if I really want to get things done, I can go out a little earlier, have breakfast, and then go for a walk afterwards, just in time for the community day, and then come home and still have a good chunk of the day left to go. Meanwhile, with the new system being from 2 to 5, it feels like it's already the evening by the time I'm all done. So that's always been like a little bit of a drawback with community day for me as of late. I mean, but it's okay. Typically how I handle it these days to counteract that issue, I typically only go out for 2-hour walk or so rather than the full 3 hours. And like 2 hours is usually plenty of time for me to get as many shinies as I want, especially because I'm just not as good proficient with transferring them to home and then wonder trading them like I used to. Like that was like the main reason why I actually cared about getting so many shinies. If it wasn't for just trading them away, then I kind of only really like would need 1 or 2 of each shiny in Pokemon Go. Oh cool, they see me. You don't though. Oh. Great, now everyone's gonna want to obliterate me. Oh, that's right. I got so distracted by getting assaulted by Yamas, I forgot to check the Pokedex for Stantler and see just how close I am to having all this research done. I also should probably do more of the side Shield Bash move, because I know that the evolution requirement for this guy is like doing a quazillion of the side Shield Bash. That's kind of slacking on it because I have more than plenty for the research already. But I do think I have to actually do it for the evolution as well, so... Oh, I guess I still have to do the move 2 more times. I'm not too far off with using agile moves either. It's weird. I was thinking I've done plenty to evolve it at this point. But yeah, what can you do? At least we'll be getting the last of that out of the way now. And it's a little... Actually, reviewing the chat, I realized, like, how I mentioned how I made Donjon is only half accurate, because, yeah, I used the editor, but how I got the quality of life stuff in there was I actually used the Golden Sun I used the randomizer for Golden Sun 1, made a blank seed, where it had none of the randomization, just the quality of life features. I made a patch of that, say, and then I put that into the editor and edited all the extra features Dawn Jin has on top of that, so a little behind the scenes. Not even sure if you're still here, Clara, but if you're curious, there you go. Kinda got a little sidetracked. I think I was just about talking about Slowpoke Community Day. Yeah, did go out for that. Kind of followed the general move of only playing for like 2 hours or so. There's actually been a couple community days where I've been perfectly content only doing 1 hour, but for one. But the community day was actually a little more fun than I thought it would be, so I walked around for another hour or so. And I just took my time. I took my time going home. Pretty much having my Pokeball Ball Plus running to try to pick up a couple more. Maybe even a few items along the way. And then like pull out Slowpoke there and there. It's kind of funny, like, it's the most I've actually evolved a Pokemon for Community Day for a while, because I basically was just taking every shiny Galarian Slowpoke I had, making my buddy, and then just evolving it once to meet the requirements. But I guess this was also the first Community Day where you actually had a shiny, or you had one of those Pokemon where you had to make your buddy and then do a specific thing in order to catch it. Like with Galarian Slowpoke's case, you have to make it your buddy and then catch a certain number of poison types. A nice thing that they did for this Community Day, since the Community Day Pokemon replaces the majority of the encounters. Just for the event, they changed it from being catch 30 or so poison Pokemon to catch 30 or so psychic Pokemon. That way, you would be able to just catch Slowpokes and be able to evolve your Galarian ones. You didn't have to catch specifically Galarian Slowpokes. The normal Slowpoke counted for that as well, which I thought was a nice touch. Kind of like necessary with the way Community Day works, but the way this company works, you gotta give them props whenever they do something right, no matter how basic or obvious it may be. Yeah, it's nice. I was honestly worried that it was gonna be a real bad Community Day, because the weather today has just been all over the place. It's like it has forecasts of snow all the way to the afternoon, but it's been on and off snow pretty much the entire day. Like when I first got out of the car, it was snowing pretty hard, but several minutes after getting out of the car, the snow completely stopped. Then like an hour or so later, the snow picked up into like a freaking blizzard, and then stopped, and then got light, and it's just been like that the entire day. It kind of like screwed up my plans in general too, because like the initial plan was to go out and get breakfast. Oh, of course I forgot my left of berries. As I was saying though, I was gonna get breakfast, maybe pick up a pack of Pokemon cards while I was out, maybe some other things I need, then head back, work on stuff at home, work on my games a little bit, and then take a little time to chill before going back out to do the Pokemon Go Community Day. But the weather was so all over the place, I decided just to get a haircut and stay home until Community Day anyway, since that was a lot closer to home. And I had been kind of needing a haircut for a while, anyways. And I really wish I had Lumpa Berries with me. It's weird because I always do, but I must have just forgot them this particular time. That's fine. Base is right over there. I can just rest up and pop everything up and go from there. Which reminds me, I've been trying to look for a massive mass outbreak anyways. And also, probably... Those are cherry berries. Here we go. Sure. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it this stream yet, but my main things I still want out of this game is a shiny alpha Pokemon. And shinies of certain... Oh, I forgot I still had field research to do for this. Oh, that's everything? Mine is actually evolving the stupid Stantler. Unfortunate. We're so close to just having it ready for the next outbreak. But now that I know how close we are, I know what to fixate on for next stream. In fact, I got an idea of something to do to spice things up that would also... It would spice things up and work my way towards that Stantler evolution. Probably gonna fail because the Stantler will probably be under level, but hey, it's worth a try. Right, talk to you. Yeah, there's no way the team is balanced enough to actually pull this off. Oh, that is the opposite of what I want to do. Wonder how many times I can use Psy Shield Bash before I inevitably lose. I thought this was a flat-out Ditto fight, but maybe not. Alright. Come on out, Stantler. Oh, yeah, you're level 70. Didn't even stand a chance. You know, I'm kind of like... Okay, as long as we're still live on all the platforms, then that's fine. Right. Crafting materials. And all that. I think I'm gonna just... Oh, am I already almost out of iron? No? It's really the tumblestones that are holding me back. Interesting. You know what, that's a nice enough number. I don't need to round it out. Nothing new there. Oh man. I have a key night tonight, just finding all the nice numbers along the way. Still can't believe I'm just a few shy shield bashes shy of actually being all set with all that. Alright. Oh, just a normal mass outbreak. That's okay. We can just knock out the Stantler grinding just in time for a Stantler mass outbreak. Double check. Yeah, I think I still need to use the move a few more times before being ready to evolve, so maybe we can get that out of the system. And it's a shame that they just... I kind of wish they did more of this game besides just one DLC and then called it a day. Because there's so many little minute quality of life things that could improve the game as well. Like, I've probably said countless times of how much I would love if they just give me more options for actually seeing Pokedex entries, like while you're in battle, or just send out one of your Pokemon and then check its Pokedex entry that way. Because yeah, you can do it manually, but the whole fact that you can just lock on a Pokemon and get the Dex entry, that's so convenient, and it's just a shame that it's such an inconsistent thing. I can't believe that all I gotta do is just use this move 20 million more times, and then the whole Dex stuff will be taken care of. Maybe I should Google the number, just so I know that there's not some other stipulation that I'm really overlooking. Okay, I defeated enough with ghost types, so I just need to defeat some in general, then have them see them use moves, and it'll be all set. Perfect side bash material if I ever seen it. So, Stantler Evolution. What the heck is this default image that Microsoft Bing has for Waydeer? That is not, because that is definitely not Waydeer. You know what? Screw it. There's no way this is gonna happen again, so I gotta take a screenshot of this to save it for later. Maybe I'll post it on Discord or something. Oh, that's right, I had that window open for a reason. I completely got sidetracked by this derpy little default image they decided to use instead. How to evolve this. Oh, I was gonna say 20 times. I've definitely used the move more than 20 times. No. Why would you think all I have to do is use the move 20 times? That would be too simple. You have to use the move in agile style 20 times. By the way, hope you don't mind. Sideshield Bash only has 10 power points, and every time you use a move in agile style, you use 2 power points instead of 1. So you effectively have to go through 4 Lumpa Berries worth of the move in order to actually evolve the Pokemon. Fantastic. So on the bright side, at least when I was onto something by accidentally through the whole process of using Sideshield Bash and Agile moves to try to get 2 birds, 1 stone with the research. And I guess that's how, design-wise, they were intending to do it. Because, like, you gotta use Agile moves in order to fill out the research. You gotta use that signature move in order to fill out the research. Why not just do both? And, oh, you happen to stumble upon an evolution. Maybe if you didn't have to do it 20 times, you could easily, if you were doing it with 1 Pokemon, then sure, you would definitely stumble upon it with accident, but even then, it's still a bit of a stretch. And then, like, it's kind of how I'm just conflicted with just how part of why I'm so conflicted of how new Pokemon evolutions kind of work. Oh! Apparently I did enough. Good. Hero's all set to just grind it out for 20... do 20 more battles. That would have been missing itself. So you see, I almost did without research, but not quite. Did in the end have to look into it and not just take it for what it was. What's the time? 8:30. Definitely kind of. Oh, you. Ugh. Probably doesn't count because you saw me, but I did just remember that, like, the one thing that I can't really do on my own, or like, I fought and caught so many Eevees. But still can't actually get that research filled out because half of the things you need to do with Eevee. I've always ran into the Eevees in space-time vortexes, and a lot of the stuff you need to do with Eevee, you can't do in that environment. Like, I think you gotta catch some without them seeing you. Ugh. Speaking of which, shoot. I thought you might have to do it without them falling asleep, but... well, that's disappointing. Now I gotta wait 10 million years until I find another Eevee. In order to fill out that research for it. Yeah, also I should level up that shiny Tayursa I got the last time I played this game. That way next time the full moon comes around, I'm all set for it. Only downside is I might have used up all the evolution items for it already. Guess we'll see. What else do I even have to do with you butterflies anyways? Oh, during daylight hours, so... this is all pointless. Ironically enough, I think Water Pulse it's the only thing I need to do. I'm gonna double check because I remember like spending a lot of time doing Iron Head and it being pointless. It's kind of why I wish I could examine my own Pokemon. Yeah, I just need to do Water Pulse like 7 more times. And I need to defeat Beautiflies as well, and... I was gonna say I only need to catch them, but it did just turn day. So I guess I will be catching a few of these Beautiflies after all. Case in point, I don't want to have to do a Paralyzation BS. So now seems a good time as any to throw a Pokeball. Oh, only 2 more? That's a lot faster than I thought. No, that's it. I've caught all the Beautiflies that I ever need. Now I just gotta Water Pulse them a couple times and be ready to go. Well, maybe this way I'll at least be able... Nope. I was hoping to at least be able to fight 2 of them at once. But you can't always get the nice things. It's been a bit, and it's on my mind, so I'm going to talk about it. I still remember the story of my first shiny Pokemon in this game, and... oh, it's a doozy. You could even say it's a roller coaster of emotions, like... in one of the first mass outbreaks that I got, like I was still playing for the main story at the time, I said check out this mass outbreak of Mantines, or Mantites, whichever way you pronounce the pre-evolved form. And I was just checking those out and catching them because I need them for the dex, and I found a shiny Mantite. Also, because of the beginning of the game, I'm still getting used to water, because catching stuff on water in Legends Arceus sucks. I'm gonna just be blunt and honest about it. Catching water Pokemon is the worst. So, the Nerf Rack of catching a shiny Manatite. Fun. But I got it. Then, shortly after, in the same mass outbreak, a second shiny Manatite appeared. And I didn't catch that one. So I could have had twin shinies. But instead, one of them got away. And I've been conflicted to this day about how to feel about it. Because at least I got the shiny, but I felt like I defied so many odds getting two of them to appear so soon in my adventure, but I got nothing to show for it. So that was a sad panda moment and a half. Alright. I think I messed around enough around here. Do I be a good Samaritan and pick up a couple more Satchels while I'm around here though? Sure. But we're almost an hour into the stream, and I really want to get one mass outbreak in before calling it night, but I also kind of just want to spend some of tonight just chilling on my own without the worry of commentary. Really, all I have to do with you is actually... Oop. And something tells me you didn't know where to go. Well, there's Satchel 1. What was I gonna say, though? And God, I don't know if I wish to say it because it's gonna sound jaded. And probably come out more negative than I intend. But man, the soundtrack is so good, and I got no idea why I decided to like go with something less tranquil and more upbeat, like the main theme of the Scarlet and Violet stuff. When they had a perfect tone of music for an open world area without just being complete background noise in this game. Because I can't be the only one who just found the music, well, not necessarily bad. Well, depending on who you ask. But I can't be the only one that just found that music, at least of the main themes, too loud, obnoxious in that. I think I remember the Western area theme and remember that being okay. But ironically enough, just like the main... There's only like one instance in the entire game where the main theme was on fire for me. And I think if you played the game, you know. And I'll just leave it at that. It's just kind of a shame that Scarlet and Violet didn't work for me the same way this one did. Cause maybe if I enjoyed it more, I'd be more anti-hesitant. The word you're looking for is less hesitant, Jackie. But like, I kind of feel like people might appreciate it if I did Game Chill of Scarlet and Violet gameplay instead of the quote-unquote old Pokemon game. But I just enjoy roaming around in this world more than I do the world of Scarlet and Violet. And between that and the tranquil sound of the music in this game, those two things just make this game fit better for Game & Chill than Scarlet and Violet. Not to say that I'll never do a Game & Chill while playing Scarlet and Violet. But I feel like if I ever did, I might have to do stuff that just make it a worse video in general, like take out the game audio completely and put some more relaxing background music into the mix. But even then, I don't know. I've been afraid to talk about it because it makes me come off as a hater, but I have not played Scarlet and Violet since beating the story. And honestly, that's basically my post-game experience has been doing the raids, and I wasn't having fun with the new raids. Even more than that, so was all the rumors going around about just the game just randomly deleting your save file, and just like this. The only thing that got me for that story, for that game the first time, was the story, and I am not replaying Scarlet and Violet, so I'm kind of like trying to take it safe rather than sorry until they update it again. But I mean, if I actually was really interested into playing again, the rumor probably wouldn't scare me out of playing it, because yeah. How do I word it? I was gonna say, of course you go for the move that I'm quite weak to, but wait, did Mountain Gale just randomly become strong style when I specifically tried to make it strong style before from the tutor, and the game just flat out wouldn't let me? Well, yeah, I still had to defeat them anyway, so that works, I suppose. I'm gonna say, like, I could. I'm kind of just in a weird middle state with Scarlet and Violet in general. So the soft lock, the data erasing thing alone wouldn't be enough to scare me out of playing the game anymore, but it's kind of more so I already did everything that I wanted to do in that game anyways. So I'm not in a rush to pick it back up anytime soon. Sure, all the Pokemon Go, if there wasn't the rumor of a file deleting bug, then maybe I would at least open it up again to do the Pokemon Go Scarlet Violet connectivity stuff. But because it's just for one thing, and I'm not as big into Pokemon Go as I used to be anyways, it just makes me like, oh, why even bother taking the risk when I could just play a video game that I enjoy more. I forgot what I still need to do for you. I have to defeat them in battle. Really? Well, that's probably the most optimal opportunity. They just teleport away anyway, so it's probably the most optimal opportunity to actually, you wouldn't miss, do that anyways. Here we go. Well, that reminds me, wasn't I trying to go for a massive mass outbreaker? Something? We're now in. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, it's kind of like, I might need these materials anyways. Oh, cool. Just what I need. A big not Staraptor, that's the fully evolved form. Startini. Oh. Apparently that was enough for it to forget to go after me. Staravia, right. All right, I was looking for something. I'll just pick that up real quick. And then, once I get everything to stop chasing me, head back. Okay, at least that takes care of the whole strong style requirement. More importantly though, I can go back. Hold on one moment. Mm, who should I work on building out the research for now? Not even sure, to be perfectly frank. Actually, where's that Teddiursa? Can at least work on leveling it up before the next full moon. Oh, cool. I must have picked up 2 more of these along the way. I was worried because the last time I tried to do that evolution for the Pokedex, I just used all of my pelt rocks at once, so I wouldn't have to worry about lining things up with another full moon again, because it was a bit more tedious and took a bit longer than I would like to admit. Yeah, for some reason I thought you were a level 20 sort of evolution. Oh, but apparently it's only level 30. But you make us cute, shiny as a Teddiursa. Do I really want to? I got a shiny Ursaluna and Gold. Oh, did I really never take off the water break icon? I mean, I did want to get a new shiny Pokemon in this game, so... Now I don't have to worry about that later. Only 14 again. Why does it feel like I caught something more? Probably because I didn't transfer any after the last time. Oh well. Yeah, maybe I'll just dedicate a stream to using some of these Pokemon that have nothing left for them besides using move and just grind that out. Just some food for thought for later. More importantly, those Stantlers all cleared out, so getting ourselves a shiny Wade, we should have the easiest time possible getting ourselves a shiny Wadeer. Just have to find some Stantler outbreaks, I suppose. And I guess if there's anything that I'm gonna have the best odds for getting a shiny, and then actually find the shiny, this would be a good one for that to be the case. Alright, so all I have to do, I don't even need to keep Silglue out anymore either. I just need to find 3 more of them somewhere to defeat, and that'll be all set. Avalugg, okay, strong style move, and apparently Blizzard's, I gotta get Blizzard on this move pool because that's apparently one of the things I need to do with it. Oh, excuse me. I think out of the shinies that I don't have yet, Basculegion or Overquill are 2 that I would be the most excited to get. It depends on which one has the better shiny colors, and I honestly don't remember. I don't know what the shiny colors are for either of them because I haven't looked up any shiny since like Gen 7 or 8. So like pretty much anything from Sword and Shield and afterwards, unless I've seen it in Pokemon Go, is a brand new shiny for me. It's a little bit of a shame because Ursaluna won't be a new shiny to experience color-wise because I've seen that shiny coloration in Pokemon Go already. But I don't think I've seen shiny Wadeer at all. So that's exciting. Getting some weird semi-false. I'm getting some weird memories still. So I'm kind of wondering if I've seen it somewhere before or not, but nothing specific is coming to the top of my head. Yeah, as excited as I was to finally do a new playthrough, I made the right call doing this. It's a lot easier to talk with people when they were here. It's been a lot more chill, have an environment to go through, and it's not always nice to come back to this game. And part of me, if I'm pessimistic, but imagine if this game was fully focused on instead of being divided between Scarlet and Violet. Just how it could be even better if the minor bugs that do exist were ironed out. And I don't know if extra hands on deck would improve any game design things, or if it would just purely be a developmental improvement. But imagine if there was a couple extra quality of life features in here, and then this would be perfect. Really, just another normal mass outbreak. I can't remember if it was this or Silcoon, but I might have even gotten the shiny of this already. But I think I gotta at least catch or fight a couple in order to change the research anyways. Oh yeah, that's right, I don't need Silgoo anymore. Playing this game for so long, it's kinda getting hard to remember what I still need to do for the Pokedex. So you're done. You two are done move-wise because you're main team members, but you're also level 100, which is good for backup plan. Tuscarora, I need to... So, why don't I just pull up the Pokedex and take a look for myself. First of all, really won't let me change the color? But I evolved it, and it's weird. The option to swap color does not appear if you just evolved it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a couple that I didn't actually catch in game, but just transferred into it from home. And I'm pretty sure it'll let me change the colors of the nose. Like, here's a perfect example. It'll let me swap around the color of Spiel, even though I didn't actually catch it, because I took a shiny Spiel from Pokemon Home and put it here. So that's disappointing. That means in the Pokedex, I'm not gonna have a shiny Ursaluna. It's a little disappointing, but at least I'll have it in my heart and on the field. No. Oh, that's... Oh! It's because it's based on form, too. There we go. I forgot that the game has a little weird... I forgot the game... I forgot that as a feature. I guess because the bristles are slightly longer on the female, you You gotta make the visual distinction, even though you can't see that because of the way it's cropped out on the silhouette. Or cut out. There's a word for it, I'm sure, but I definitely can't think of it at the moment. And it's weird, like, you think, like, with how early on I maxed out the decks for, like, Starly and Shinx, that I would find a shiny Shinx. I still can't get over the fact of how many of my peers actually got a shiny Shinx going through the game normally. And yet, even going on my way to grind it out, I haven't came across any. And at least I've been finding a lot of alpha Pokemon today, so maybe today will be the day that I actually find the shiny alpha. That would be amazing. Oh. Shoot, I keep clicking into stick because that's how you go fast on your mount in Scarlet and Violet. And even with how long it's been since I've last played the game, I'm still getting it mixed up. And that's it. It feels like I don't talk enough good about Scarlet and Violet, so I'll give it this when I'm thinking of it. In Scarlet and Violet, it's so convenient to have one mount that does everything, so you don't have to, like, cycle through your different abilities every time you wanna do something with it. I can appreciate the game for that. Alright. What do I need to do for your Pokedex? So I need to catch you at night. Pretty convenient that we're here at night. Shiny must be the other one. Defeat with fire moves. Do I even have any fire Pokemon on hand? Oh, where did this Shinx come from? Hi, little buddy. Guess I forgot to get the replacement from the storage. Surely one of you can learn a fire move. Nope. Guess I'll have to worry about that one another time. Because I guess I could just go back. But I'm not really sure if that'd be worth it. It's only a crescent moon. I swear, I was reset. I was going to sleep so many times trying to get my first Ursaluna that it almost wasn't even funny. Yeah, if I gotta just repeatedly fight these things anyways, I may as well make sure I'm doing the moves that will actually progress those research. That's the part I like about the research. I can get, like, if you're going for 100%, that how it could get a little bit tedious. But for me, I just find it like It makes a lot of the other activities I do that would otherwise be tedious significantly less tedious. Like, if I'm hunting for certain Pokemon during a massive mass outbreak, instead of just soft resetting until I get the shiny, I can just go through it once. But it won't feel like a waste of time because I can just fill out one of the... I can just fill out a Pokedex entry along the way. Part of it's kind of just that it tickles the multitask part of my brain, you know, the part that makes me a Pikmin fan. And it also feels like it kind of works well if you're doing something that would may otherwise not be so ideal. Like shiny hunting. Anyways. Wow. I guess not very effective, but the fact that I'm like almost 30 levels above and that it still survived that, that's like just... that's just some magic quirk of this game. You know, I was gonna go back, or not even bother with this whole mass outbreak, but it is working. This is kind of what I mean too. Like, I'm not getting the massive mass outbreak like I wanted to this stream, but I'm finding enough other little things to do in between. That's what I find about the magic. That's what I find magical about the way the Pokedex works in this game. I definitely see it not being for everyone, but it just works for me because it makes a lot of other elements of this game that would otherwise be tedious feel much less tedious. And I know, especially because like I tend to have the least amount of fun with this game when I feel forced to do one thing, like when I had to collect all the Spiritomb Wisps in order to complete that Pokedex entry, or when I had to get all the unknowns to get the shiny charm. It's something that I wouldn't, if I could just do at my own pace. And if it was just something I could casually do at my own pace, then I wouldn't mind, but when it's the one thing that's restricting me from getting to a particular goal, and I can't just work on it in the background, that's when this game stops being fun. And the game does have a few moments of that, so I can get why that would be a bother for some people. But the overall feel for this game with me of just roaming around and catching Pokemon without even going to battles, and even the battles themselves, because I can just roam around while I'm doing them and look, already know exactly where I want to go after the battle, and it's because I can walk around and look around. All those little things just kind of add up to make this a very pleasant experience for me. Alright, how many more of these do I have to catch at night? 3? Kind of wondering if I'm gonna run out of Cascoons before completing that. That's the last of the mass outbreak, which I guess is fine, because it seems like night is almost over anyways. Remember when they said I wasn't going to do anything with that? Ah well. Plans change, I suppose. I guess you can go in the big boy box with all the other alphas. But who do I take with me instead? Yeah, I guess I do still need a... I completely forgot that I still need to max out Rowlet's Dex entry. Guess now is a good time as any. Just have to find where my Rowlets are. I do still have a Rowlet, right? Didn't evolve them all? Or worse? Oh, that room... I was gonna say, maybe I could just transfer one... Worst case scenario, I could just transfer one from home. It also reminds me that, like, my Pokemon Home Pokedex is almost complete, minus Pokemon I could easily transfer from this game into Home. Along with Marshall or one of those Mythicals that the only way I would be able to get it is through an event. I can't even get it on Wonder Trade. Because, like, I'd never really played enough Sword and Shield to get all the Pokemon in that game. But I did have a friend that was nice enough to trade them with me and back. And between that and Wonder Trade, you were able to do a surprising amount. Really? I've never defeated enough Wurmpulse? Yeah, I think like one of my other secondary goals is to perfect the Pokedex for my team members. Which would include like Umbreon, Typhlosion, Kricketune. I just need to actually remember to battle them instead of just catching them before they run away. Let's see, guess Paris is one that all I need to do is grind out the moves for. Pikachu, I just need to find one more in an area that I can actually sneak up and catch it. You know, with how annoying Paris can be and just all the times they accidentally stumbled into them, sure. Let's start grinding out a Paris. Because that way if we can get at least get a shiny Paris out of all those annoying Paris that pop up, all the better. Wow, I literally only kept one Paris. And I only kept it because it was an alpha. Fantastic. We can get around this though. Oh, you're not evolving today, friend. I just want you to be high enough level that maybe you won't die to level, or you won't faint to random level 30 Pokemon or something. Or maybe we can at least get away with level 20. All I did was mess around with Cascoon, and apparently that's enough. Weird. With everything I was doing with Ursaring to catch those Cascoons, I thought I would at least have one check mark off for Ursaring, but it is what it is. Part that wasn't good for the mic. We'll manage though. Okay, hopefully this time the massive mass outbreak will be ready to go. I do like Finneon. Yeah, we're just not getting a massive mass outbreak tonight though, are we? It's like 2 hours in and I just don't see it. I just don't see myself going much longer. Yeah, no, it's gonna be weird because I know I'm not going that much longer anyways, but I gotta fill up my water and do other things. So I'm gonna put up a BRB and we'll probably do one more mass outbreak and then call it a night. As much as I want to do a massive mass outbreak, 2 hours in and still not getting any. Lady Luck's just not on my side tonight, I guess. You know, if I would have realized how long that break would have been, maybe I should have just ended off the stream, but it's fine. We gotta get we gotta get ourselves some more Finions. Catch while being spotted. I'm sure that's gonna be fun to do in the water. Caught at night. I mean, technically we have a grass type. We also have a better grass type though. Great. What do we have to do with Paris again? Just so I can set it up with right moves. Absorb and Stun Spore. Oh, I was gonna say, what is this Paris doing with Aerial Ace, but I think it's because it's an alpha. It has like a egg move or something. See, as much as I'd rather have Spore, since we don't have that, we can figure it out later. It does seem like to be the strongest grass move that I have anyways at this level. Yeah, sure, let's maybe get a little more coverage if I have Aerial Ace on the move pool. Happening would probably be good to go after too because it's rare, but for some reason I am under the impression. Yeah, I've already done everything with Happening besides evolve it. So, not really in a rush to get more of them. Yeah, probably a little too much for a Paris to handle. You gotta be frank. Surely whatever's in the rock would be fine here. Wait, is that a... No, there's no Sparkle. It's not Scarlet or Violet. Oh, I apologize greatly in advance, Paris. This is definitely not going to be your battle, but at least you can get an Absorb in for our good old Dex friends. Maybe a Stun Spore for good measure. Of course it's gonna miss. Well, there you go. Nice knowing you, Paris. Guess we can get a strong style Ice Charge while we're at it. Hopefully the Finions are easier. What? Just in case. I don't know why, I just feel like this is something that Paris gets. Well, I could have just gone for Aerial Ace. But this definitely feels like something that Paris can handle. Maybe I can even like just catch it, get a little extra money. At least a little more than just if I were to just defeat it. What do I even gotta do with Purloin yet? It's another one of those Pokemon that all I really have to do is use it in battles and be all set to go. Problem is, like I think I would have to actually use that Pokemon to grind out that research because these guys always run. Well, maybe that one would have attacked if I actually didn't paralyze it, but it's fine. Got some other research out of the way. Don't want you getting in the way. Oh, I didn't realize there were so few Peruglies that I've actually bothered to catch. Oh, I think you're just stuck, friend. My god, this game, I've never ran into this glitch before, and yet I've ran into it twice today. What the heck? Come on. You can do it, friend. You can get free. You can get out of the tree. I believe in you. Come on. Hit me, hit me. Now with a long-range move. Like, charge into me or something. I believe in you. Come on, I'm trying to help. Maybe if I Sticky Glob ya? No, it's just gonna be the tree in the way. Okay, so I can hit you. Come on, friend. Wow, if I could at least save you from the tree. Come. Okay, now I'm just committed. Come on, we will get you out of the tree. Come on. Don't you want to just, like, run into me or something? I think I can at least engage it in a battle if I like clip it. Same way I was able to get in with the sticky bomb. Okay, hit ya. Alright. How about I try this again, but with battling the Pokemon? That way we can at least free it one way or another. Aiming for the big pokey part. I'm determined to free this. I'm determined to free this poor beast. Does not deserve being stuck inside a tree like this. I don't know why I can't engage in battle with it, but I can catch it. But surely this will do the trick. We did it! We freed the Beautifly! Huzzah! And probably enraged like 30 other Beautiflies in the process. I've wasted too much time as it. My people need me, and by my people, I mean that poor little... These beautiful little Finneons that should be shortly nearby. Especially because there's an entire space-time rift that I haven't had a chance to really engage with. You don't see me. Just want to catch some of you without being noticed. Specifically 3. God, I hate catching things in the water still. I'm not sure how some of these are counting as not being spouted, but we take those? Oh, that's not even where the mass outbreak is. Those were just bonus Finneons. Now they all see me. This is all gonna just be a cluster mess of missing all the balls. I know they were all literally staring at me, but maybe one of these could count as not being spotted. That would be nice. No. Well, at least the space-time rift is really close by, and I got time to rebuild my team accordingly. Alright. Nice. If we can get a massive mass outbreak, then maybe a space-time rift will be good enough. Just have to restock my Pokeball supply after wasting so much of it on Finneons and other things. Alright, probably got... Yeah, it's right in 2-hour range now, so... Probably got just enough time to... check out this. Oh, bye. Not you, friend. You come with me. Oh, all I gotta do with you is use ancient power. Oh. Guess you'll do slightly better good captured than defeated. Alright, space-time rift time. Otherwise known as collect the shards. You're not getting away that quickly. Let's just see if this is overkill. It's double weak, but I've been surprised by worse. I've been surprised by Pokemon surviving worse. Is what I mean to say. Do I have any ground? Of course I don't. You might have like Mud Shot or something. Otherwise, it's like, of course I don't have ground types. Bulldoze, that works. And you need to be defeated with water moves. Big Snoop Blow would be a good choice either way. You need to be thinking about water, and I think I should try to catch you, but not sure the best way to do it at this point. I got an idea. This might be slightly more tricky than I gave it credit for. Onwards with adventure, I suppose. Maybe 3 by 1 water moves and done everything with you already. Anyway, I guess we can. Well, maybe Bulldoze would have been weak enough after an agile style. I guess that works too. Because at this point, you're just more valuable caught. Because I can't defeat you for any field research, so maybe I can at least get some money back for it. It helped me grind out the whole move, I think, too. Is there anything all I can do with Eevee is watch it do quick attack and... You apparently need to defeat more of you with. I'm kind of wondering if this was... I guess it's not too underleveled. Yeah, this is doable. Maybe not. Maybe I went a little overboard with main team members here, but it's fine. Well, I guess they're the same base power, but oh, and I can't do agile style with it anyway, so I'm not even gonna risk it. Like, Adam's whole thing is being a strong special attacker that can't take a physical hit for his life. Pardon me. While I'm here, those. Okay, I think I know where I want to go next. Fine, if you want to be in an Ultra Ball so badly, then so be it. I'm kind of curious, actually. Yeah, you never know if a single plate managed to sneak its way up that tiny little crevice. I know I'm not bothering to catch. Just when I was about to say I'm not bothering to catch a lot of these, but as for the research, as much as I don't want to catch, of course, this one Pokemon I don't want to catch is the one that's in perfect range of being catched. It's fine. I probably need to catch a couple for. Really? Didn't even need to catch it for the field research. Oh well. I'll just have to make up for it by making sure this one doesn't survive. There we go. Just figure I'd take that now for journals later. Well, now that I know I don't need to catch it anymore for anything, guess what I'm not gonna do? Oh, Vaporeon. I think it's been a little bit since I've seen one of these. Well, I just noticed it's been a little bit since I've healed my friend there. Perfect. Not even gonna bother messing around, just gonna go straight for the ball. Really? All that wasn't enough? Oh, maybe I should have tried. I forgot you had to. I should have tried catching the Vaporeon. I forgot Double Edge was a thing. Yeah, I think I'm definitely ending the stream after this. I can tell that I've reached a point where I'm just done commentating. I'm just vibing to the game. At this point, it's mostly just a formality. Well, at least I got a chance for a redemption arc. And I'm not doing any multiplayer stuff tonight. Because I've been streaming for a while, so I'm planning on ending things off after doing the space-time rift thing anyways. And typically don't do multiplayer stuff unless I specifically dedicate a stream to it. And it's been a hot minute since I've done a multiplayer stream. You sure you can't re-catch that thing? Because especially modern games, they usually are generous enough that you can go back and re-catch it. But it's been a hot minute, so I wouldn't know for sure. Okay, please work this time. Well, I guess there was a couple shards that I missed. I think I've done enough with all of you, but yeah, try. I'm not sure why Water Pulse was. Oh, because I wasn't fast. All the other types were fast style. It's fine. Of course. Gonna be one Mr. Mime short of being done with that. Oh! I think Alpha Flareon is kinda new. Gotta at least give it a shot. Let's see, surely Bulldoze should be weak enough that it won't take it out, especially after all those boosts and being so high in level. Yeah. This is working out. Ooh. And just in time for all that to end, I suppose. Alright, so that's gonna do it for the stream with me. I'm gonna be honest, probably not gonna have another stream until at least Saturday. Even then, I'm a little iffy on at the moment, but next stream series I want to think, like following up on Dungeon, I decided I would do Kirby Dream Land 2. Only thing is, I'm not sure if I want to 100% it or not. It seems like a short enough game though that I can at least get through it all. Yeah, I guess like stay tuned for me to either put a notification up in advance of when I'm gonna stream, or see me go live and there. Do you think Kirby Adventure is gonna be the next thing I do? And maybe we'll sprinkle in some other stuff along the way. And